Hey everyone, quick question. When you're cooking, do you usually throw onions and garlic into the pan together without thinking about it? Yeah, me too. But what if I told you that combining these two isn't just about flavor? It's backed by serious medical research, showing some remarkable health benefits you need to know about. Today, I'm breaking down 4 science-backed reasons why onions and garlic need to be eaten together. And I'm talking about actual clinical studies with real numbers. So let's dive in. Reason 1, they make vitamin B1 up to 20 times more absorbable. This first one is honestly mind-blowing. When you eat garlic and onions together, especially with vitamin B1-rich foods like pork, something incredible happens. When you cut or crush garlic and onions, an enzyme called allicin produces a compound called allicin. When allicin combines with vitamin B1, it creates a lithiamine. And here's why this matters. Regular vitamin B1 is water-soluble, so your body can't store it well. It just gets flushed out through your urine. But a lithiamine is fat-soluble, which changes everything. Studies show that a lithiamine is absorbed 10 to 20 times more efficiently than regular vitamin B1. 20 times! You're getting up to 20 times more benefit from the same amount of vitamin B1 just by adding garlic and onions to your meal. And because it's fat-soluble, it gets stored in your body for when you need energy. There's actually a fascinating historical angle. During the Japanese occupation of Korea, when people were eating mostly white rice, many Japanese suffered from beriberi, a disease caused by vitamin B1 deficiency. But Koreans, who traditionally ate lots of garlic, had much lower rates despite eating the same rice. The garlic was protecting them. So if you're eating pork, adding onions and garlic isn't just seasoning, it's nutritional optimization. Reason 2, they dramatically reduce stomach cancer risk. Multiple large-scale studies have shown that eating garlic and onions together can significantly reduce stomach cancer risk, and these aren't small reductions. The World Cancer Research Fund conducted a massive meta-analysis and found that for every 100 grams per day of allium vegetables, stomach cancer risk decreased by 41%. Another study found that eating just 20 grams daily, about 1 garlic bulb, reduced risk by 9%. But here's what's really striking. A Netherlands study followed over 120,000 people for more than 3 years. People who ate more than half an onion per day had a 50% lower risk of stomach cancer compared to those who ate no onions. That's cutting your risk in half. Why do they work so well? Their sulfur-containing compounds do 3 critical things. First, they help detoxify carcinogens before they damage your DNA. Second, they have antimicrobial properties that may control Helicobacter pylori, a bacteria linked to stomach cancer. Third, they can cause cancer cells to undergo apoptosis, essentially cell suicide. A randomized trial followed over 3,000 participants for more than 22 years and found that garlic supplementation had a measurable, protective effect on stomach cancer prevention even decades later. The evidence is so strong that major cancer research organizations now recommend regular consumption of allium vegetables for cancer prevention. This is mainstream oncology, not alternative medicine. Reason 3, they clean blood vessels and control blood pressure. Now let's talk cardiovascular health, because this is where onions and garlic really shine as a team. Garlic's allicin reduces blood vessel stiffness, prevents platelet clumping, and reduces dangerous blood clots. But onions bring their own weapon called quercetin, one of the most potent antioxidants in food. Here's what makes quercetin special. A Korean Food Research Institute study analyzed over 50 vegetables and found that while onions had lower antioxidant activity in test tubes, their bioavailability, meaning how much your body actually absorbs, was highest at 48%. That's crucial because it doesn't matter how many antioxidants are in food if your body can't use them. A double-blind study gave quercetin-rich onion extract to 93 overweight people with metabolic syndrome. After 6 weeks of 150 milligrams, daily systolic blood pressure dropped by 2.6 millimeters of mercury. In hypertensive people, it dropped by 2.9. In younger adults aged 25 to 50, it dropped by 3.7. Those numbers might sound small, but even a 2 to 3 point reduction can significantly lower heart, attack, and stroke risk over time. Another study with healthy male smokers found that 100 milligrams of quercetin from onion peel extract daily for 10 weeks significantly reduced total cholesterol and LDL cholesterol while increasing HDL cholesterol. blood pressure decrease significantly too. When you eat garlic and onions together, allicin prevents blood clots and keeps arteries flexible, while quercetin reduces oxidative stress and inflammation in blood vessels. They attack the problem from different angles for comprehensive cardiovascular protection. One more stat: people who consumed half an onion or more per day had a 30% increase in protective HDL cholesterol. That's huge for long-term heart health. Reason 4, they control blood sugar together. Onions contain chromium, which helps your cells respond better to insulin. This means glucose gets into cells more efficiently, instead of building up in your bloodstream. Multiple studies have shown this effect. In one study with diabetic rats, 5% onion extract for 28 days resulted in reduced fasting, blood sugar, and significantly lower body fat. The quercetin in onions interacts with cells throughout your body. To regulate blood sugar, garlic brings its own benefits through allicin, which enhances pancreatic cell function, so your pancreas produces insulin more effectively. It also helps cells become more sensitive to insulin, critical for preventing type 2 diabetes. What makes the combination particularly effective is that they work through different mechanisms. Chromium in onions helps with insulin sensitivity, while allicin in garlic works on pancreatic function. Together, they provide more comprehensive blood sugar support than either alone. Let me give you practical tips to maximize benefits. First, crush or chop garlic and let it sit 5 to 10 minutes before cooking. This gives the enzyme time to convert allicin into allicin. Cook it immediately and you'll destroy the enzyme. Second, you don't have to eat them raw. Many beneficial compounds, particularly quercetin, are heat stable. Cooked onions and garlic are easier to eat in larger quantities. Third, don't throw away onion skins. The outer layers contain the highest quercetin concentration. Onion flesh contains 0.18 milligrams per gram, but skin contains 8.41 milligrams. That's almost 50 times more. Wash the outer layers and use them for broth. Fourth, use red onions for maximum benefit. They contain about 5 times more quercetin than yellow onions. Fifth, combine them with vitamin B1-rich foods like pork, brown rice, whole grains, or legumes for that 20 times multiplication effect. One caveat: if you have stomach issues or GERD, be careful with raw garlic. Cooked garlic is gentler while still providing benefits. So there you have it. 4 scientifically proven reasons to eat onions and garlic together. They multiply vitamin B1 absorption by up to 20 times. They can reduce stomach cancer risk by up to 50%. They provide cardiovascular protection by lowering blood pressure and improving cholesterol. And they regulate blood sugar through multiple mechanisms. This isn't health food hype. These are findings from peer-reviewed medical journals and controlled clinical trials. The evidence is solid. The beautiful thing is, this isn't complicated or expensive. You're probably already cooking with onions and garlic. Now you know why cultures worldwide have used these ingredients together. For thousands of years, it wasn't just taste. It was survival and health. If you found this valuable, please subscribe because I break down medical research like this regularly. Drop a comment and let me know which benefit surprised you most. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.